It's actually just kind of crazy looking how fast the weird rocket shoes are spinning, or it's like a chair. It's definitely a shoe. It's definitely like you use, those are like the shoes that hook into the snowboard, right? Training, qualifying, and create a park are my only options. I don't, oh wait, hang on, if I go down, these are also things. Okay, hang on. Load game, save game, controller options. Oh god. Okay, hang on. Jump, ollie, rail slide. We're gonna grind with square, huh? Alright. Ground, switch stance, air. I think we're just gonna have to play the game. As usual, I think I just gotta start playing it and it'll all connect and make sense. But I guess we're doing qualifying. Oh, we have characters. Anna, age 22, from Reykjavik. What is that, like Iceland? That is ice. It says right there, it's Iceland. Look, I don't read, okay? Points required 20,000. Mitch, 19, from Revelstoke, BC and Canada. Carl, 28, from Philly. Alright, he's the leading candidate. Sakura from Tokyo, age 5. Calvin, age 9. How annoying. Who would play as the kid? How annoying. Get out of here. And Hendy, age 40. No fixed address. Okay, hold up. No fixed address, from Jamaica. Height, short, weight, light as well on Calvin. Hendy. Yeah, he's 40, dude. Can you still snowboard when you're 40? Like, is this grandpa gonna be okay? I think we gotta go Carl from Philly. What are we going with? LibTech. This one says GNU on it, like Linux. I think we gotta go with that. I think we go with that. Right, we've got 4 mountains, so we need 20,000 points for something. Here's the deal, the bigger the trick, the bigger the points. Hit as many of the jumps as you can to put yourself on the board and in the air. Big trick points go to the riders who can link as many jumps and rails as possible. The real action is in the terrain park construction area. If you can find your way into the pipe, you can link lots of tricks to bring your score up quickly. Otherwise, look for big airs up top and a couple near the finish. Scope out the terrain and you'll know exactly where the big hits live. Follow the Mountain X course. Okay, whatever. Let's just do it. THQ? Did THQ publish this? Anyway, I guess I didn't really intro this game that much. This is MTV Sports Snowboarding. This is not the only MTV Sports Snowboarding game that exists. There's another one called MTV Sports Pure Ride, but I think that's more of a racing game, so I'm not gonna play that one. But I am gonna play this one. Wow, I'm bad, I guess. There we go. 50 points, only 19,000 more to go. But yeah, we have previously played MTV Sports TJ Lavin's Ultimate BMX on here, which was pretty, like, kinda bad. And then before the Xtreme list, I, on my own, have played MTV Sports Skateboarding featuring Andy McDonald, which is also kind of bad. So MTV Sports does not have a very good track record here. Hopefully their snowboarding game will be their best one, but so far I'm not so sure. I think I just have to figure out the controls. Right now I'm not really sure what's going on. Okay, I landed sideways. I think I saw that was a sideways landing. Continue qualifying, I guess. No style or bonus points, just experience points. Is that what they're calling these? Well, we need 20,000 points. I don't know if that's like... I guess we'll get the next set of levels once we hit 20k, maybe. I should probably sit down and, like, grind out one level until I'm good at it, right? I mean, if there's 4 levels, we need 5k average from each one, so... But yeah, frame rate is definitely just like a welcome to the PS1 type of situation. It's kind of bad. It is kind of bad. But it's kind of bad in the way PS1 games are always kind of bad. I mean, I think the animation is a little weird. I will say that. It kind of looks like the animation is like too low. Like there's just not enough keyframes or something, right? It's kind of like snapping between poses. It's kind of fun that you can crash and then immediately get up and just start doing another front flip and crash again. I'm trying to grind. I have to figure it out. But yeah, definitely, as usual, happy to be playing video games again. This week has been really, really bad. That was weird, I like bounced off an invisible wall there. It like wasn't, it's kind of like, I don't know. So Friday was okay. We're finally getting into, we are now in the lab doing radar practice, all of that. We are now in the most important part of all of the things. And it's just like, you know, we started on Wednesday, and Wednesday and Thursday went really, really bad. Friday was kind of better. I might be improving, which would be huge if true. But Friday just went, or Wednesday and Thursday in particular, were just like train wrecks. There we go. Hello? Why can't I? Oh, I see. If you start holding X to preload your jump, you can't turn anymore. I see. I don't think I crashed any gnome gliders. Because they don't really, the way it is, this is very frustrating to me. The instructors, like, don't let you make mistakes. Like, the instructors are all retired controllers themselves, and they just, like, you can just tell they wish they were sitting in that chair. You can tell they wish they were still doing it. They backseat so hard. They actually backseat like crazy. So they really don't even necessarily let you crash the planes. Like, if you're doing something wrong, they're just like, okay, hang on, look over here, what are you missing? What do you need to be doing right now? Don't answer that phone call, what do you need to be doing over here first? And it's just like, I guess point that guy out, and they're like, yes, you need to point that guy out, do it right now, ignore the other call. This is like, alright, but they, you know, they'll really boss you around and totally wrestle control of the whole scenario from you very quickly if things start getting weird. Which, I don't know. I kind of wish they wouldn't do that, because I feel like I don't get that much good experience with, like, decision-making stuff. Like, I wish they would just sit there and watch for the full time, and then say after, you know? Just be like, alright, here's everything you just did wrong. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. It hasn't prepared me well for aggressively backseating old dudes, to be honest with you. It's very frustrating. Especially because, like, I don't know, these people all just think that they're God's gift to the earth, honestly, is what it is. Like, they'll, like, get up in your face about it. It's very weird. Like, normally they're sitting behind you, but some of them have, like, stood up and come around to, like, get in front of you and been like, it's just, I don't know, it's terrible. It's really physically awful. Yo, there's my 5,000 points on the first try from this stage, though. That was an easy level. That's all I need from these. Meanwhile, the high score on this is 8,000, so maybe some of these levels just have way more potential for points in them. Like, this will subsidize the fact that the first level is just, like, hard to get 5,000 in, actually. Ooh. Instantly hit the tree. I'm trying to get the... I'm gonna have to check the controls after this, I think. Can't get the grinding to work. Ugh, that's weird that it like locks you into this specific camera for the half pipe. We're getting over 5,000 though, so I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. Yeah, all you gotta do, like, full fighting game super input. Like, here, let me back out on this. Controller options. It says rail slide with square on the ground. I guess that's like... Meanwhile, we have specials, apparently. In midair, you can L2 X square for a special, sure. but I guess it's you just run into it while maybe holding square. I guess you like don't jump onto the rail is the idea. Trauma Center New Blood starts in Alaska for like a chapter, then it devolves into Maryland and South America. Boo. Is New Blood, which game is that? I've played Under the Knife 1 and 2 on DS. I know they like remade those on the Wii at some point. Hello? Square is also making my character jump. That's very confusing. I mean, I guess it's like a little tiny hop you do just to get onto the rail. Trauma Team is the one with 6 doctors, right? Trauma Center games are pretty fun. Kind of forgot about those when I was making my list as well. I don't think they would make it onto the list, but they would have been considered at least. Help. My guy is stuck. Ooh. Bit too much. Bit too much again. There's a... if you start a spin, you kind of like end up fully committed to like a 360. You can't really... I'm getting caught out a lot by that. Interesting song, by the way. I have no idea who this is. The box art says featuring Blink-182, who I've heard of, and then featuring a bunch of bands I've never heard of before. Oh, I can start the challenge now. Alright. First run, riders are split into 2 groups. Best 3 combined times after the first 2 heats face off in the final run. The 3 slowest riders face for bragging rights to 4th place. Is it really bragging rights if you're gonna get 4th place? Is this a race? This is a race. Alright. Got the Mountain Dew logo down the side too, of course. Not the only extreme sports game on the PS1 sponsored by Mountain Dew as well. They're also in Grind Session. Famously. Famously to me, at least. I'm fine with a little bit of racing. I just don't want to play an entire game that's only racing. I'm cool with doing a race from time to time. That makes sense. I want to check the sound options after this to see if there's like a track list that we can pull up. There probably is. I think the other MTV sports games had that. It'll probably be in the game. I'm pretty sure the other games had it. And it is MTV Sports, you know? So you're kind of hoping... You're kind of hoping that, like, you know, they'll kind of put some kind of musical touch on it. They'll care a little bit more about the music. That being said, I still have no idea what MTV is doing, making a bunch of extreme sports games on PS1. I've never heard most of these songs though. I've heard that weird 90s rock cover of Gary Newman Cars before. I've heard that, but these other ones aren't familiar to me. Oh, is it Fear Factory? Okay, there you go. They're on the box art. They're listed as being featured on the box art. Yeah, it has that. It's here. I mean, it's not that bad, but, I don't know. It's kind of like the Alien Ant Farm Smooth Criminal, where it's just like, wow. Okay. They're on the box art too. I've never heard of them. I mean, if their name is Ministry, I guess that should have been our first hint. And then they've got a song called Jesus Built My Hot Rod. Let's see, Ministry band. No, they're not. They're not actually a Christian band. Yeah, no, they're definitely not. Reading their Wikipedia article for 6 seconds. Alright, the best 3 combined times after the first 2 heats face off. So this should be the final run then. That's just a coincidence that they're called Ministry and they've got a Jesus Built My Hot... I mean, I think they're going for, you know, some Christian imagery in there. One of their albums is called Psalm 69, so, like, it is not a coincidence, but also it's not like CCM, contemporary Christian music or anything. It's not like fucking I think MTV Sports TJ Lavin's Ultimate BMX had a Christian rock band in it. I think one snuck in there. Every once in a while they sneak into things. I'm not really sure how you do better or worse at this. It's not really... It's not a very complicated race. It's not like you also have to do tricks or anything. Alright. Oh, that was just the first challenge? Okay, next challenge, slope style. Oh my god, there's 5 challenges. That was just the first thing. Alright. Highest score of 2 runs wins. Linking your tricks is key. Alright, now it's time to learn. Oh, is this them? Are these the Simpsons hit and run people? Interesting. Can I just, like, yeah, restart set? Okay, it does reset to slopestyle. We don't have to do the race again. That's really good. If I had to win all that stuff in a row, that would be insane. Just be the perfect snowboarder for half an hour, easy. Oh, God. Okay, there's my first successful grind. Did you see how weird that was? I mean, I guess I can't complain. Usually in these games I've been complaining about the rails not being, like, sticky enough. Like, it's too easy to just bonk off them. In this game, you just snap to them from, like, a mile away, it turns out. And it looks really weird. Yeah, he just, like, a homing attacked them. He's hit him with the Sonic Adventure homing attack. Oop, that was a throw. Alright, was that any good? Was that any good? Oh, that was actually good. Okay. I had no idea if that kind of score was like, is this considered good enough, or is this garbage? Are they all gonna get like 30,000? Highest score of 2 runs wins. Alright, well, I might just be good then. With that score. Well, I hope I'm good with that score, because this is garbage. I think I should be doing more off-axis like that. Like, they just hit me with, like, a laser gun sound effect there. That has to be good. Oh, okay, just barely landed that. Nice, that was the special. That was still worse than last run, but oh my god, he got 5,500. Well, well, do we just continue? I think we might just continue, because technically it's fine. Because, like, see, look, it's, Zach is going to be our main competition here, but technically we can continue. There's a chance that this game is going to be really short. I don't know. Surely there's going to be like a second set of qualifying 4 levels, right? A second and third set of like qualifying into competition. But if there isn't, then this game's going to be really short. To be honest, I haven't really paid enough attention to, like, do tricks get stale. I'm just kind of doing stuff. I don't think there's enough tricks in the game for them to get stale. Yeah, I did land the special on that last run. It seems like you have to build up special, but there's not really a bar for it or anything. Oh, there we go. That's the special. Yeah, there's a minus 50 bonus on it. That was my special. Well, it was one of my specials, at least. Alright, 9150 better be good enough to defeat Leaf. That felt awful, but apparently it was pretty good. So you won by a few thousand points. Yeah, it went from like 0 bonus to minus 50 bonus to minus 250 bonus, so you definitely don't want to spam. No. Oh, well, it starts at 50 bonus, and then it goes to 0 bonus, and now it's gonna go to minus 50 bonus, and now it's gonna go to minus 250, and now we're gonna do something else. So I think the idea, it looks like after you do a couple other tricks, your trick's like unstale, right? Because like now if I do this, oh, it didn't do it. Now it's just not doing it, hang on. There we go. Yeah, it like unstaled. So I think the strat is to spam the bonus, or spam the special until you're not getting bonus for it anymore. And then at that point, you do a couple other tricks to just like mix it up. Then you come back and spam the bonus some more. Best run is still pretty cleanly ahead. Theo, you act like that is not the exact same kind of thing that you would post. I think I'm gonna do 3, and then we'll go back to doing other stuff. This is definitely like the most efficient way to be doing tricks. Like, check out how many points we're gonna get from this run. Well. Oh, the special's only 500. Actually, our tricks we were doing between the specials was better than the specials. We were better off, I think we were better off with like the off-axis 720s. I think we were getting like 800 out of those. Closer to something like that. A good special was only getting me 500. It wasn't that good. Split into 2 groups. Okay, this is just another race, I guess. None of the Xtreme list will I mean, it's the Game Boy Color, but you might be right about that anyway. I gotta get that uploaded to YouTube tonight, I think. I'm almost all the way caught up. I'm almost all the way caught up on Xtreme list uploads. It's just, it's a bit annoying when a game like Xtreme Sports that's like 11 hours long, that is actually gonna take me like 6 or 7 hours to get uploaded. Absolutely brutal. Wherever I end up moving to, if I get this job, it better have good internet. I'm tired of this not having good internet thing that I've got going on here. Oh yeah, that other way is totally the shortcut. Alaska? I mean, it's an option. I think there's one more week. I think Friday might be the volunteer deadline, but Alaska is one of the options for volunteering. So there, you can just decide, hey, if I graduate, I'm locking myself into Anchorage Center, and then if you pass, you're going to Anchorage. There are a bunch of centers that are volunteer only like that because I don't really know why they're like that. That's just because they like can't force anyone to go there. So they put them on the volunteer list. And the bright side is that if you're afraid of being at the bottom of your class, 'cause if you're at the bottom of your graduating class, then you're forced to pick certain facilities, which right now is Memphis. And no one wants to move to Memphis, right? So if you think you're going to be at the bottom of the class and you don't want to go to Memphis, then what you can do is you can volunteer for one of the volunteer facilities. And it's a bit safer because then you're guaranteed to get what you want. But the volunteers are all like the worst facilities. Like it's Anchorage Center, it's New York Center, which is like the hardest one and the one that has the worst staffing. So going there is like a death sentence for your career, basically. Oakland Center, which handles the entire Pacific Ocean. LA Center, which is really hard, like New York. And then all the ones that are not in like the mainland US as well. So like Hawaii is on the volunteer list, Puerto Rico is on the volunteer list, Guam is on there. You can volunteer to move to Guam, which sounds kind of exciting, to be honest with you. I don't know much about Guam, but I'm surprised more people don't do that, just from like damn. That sounds like quite the adventure. I'm gonna be honest with you, Theo. So right now, my top facilities, I want either Washington or Boston. I'm not sure which. And technically Boston Center is in New Hampshire, but those are between my two. I'm kind of low-key leaning Boston Center, like secretly. Whenever I look at it, New Hampshire just seems like a much nicer place to live than Virginia, whenever I look at it. The money is slightly worse, but like because of the New Hampshire tax situation, it's like actually about the same. So like, I don't know, I'm kind of vibing with it right now. It's like a bad idea. It's like really friggin' cold up there. But like, I don't know, man. I might do it. But if those aren't available, then I'd probably go Chicago. And if Chicago is somehow also not available, then straight up Hawaii is option number 4. I know it's really expensive, but they pay decently, so you can afford to live there, kinda. And it's, I don't know, man. Hawaii is low-key option number 4 for me. It's not gonna come to that, but it's not gonna come to that, but like, if it did somehow, well, It depends if it's on the list or not, because like Hawaii's a volunteer facility, but sometimes it ends up on the regular list as well. But there's a volunteer deadline, that's this Friday. So if I want to volunteer Hawaii or Guam or some shit, this Friday is the last day I can do that. After that, those facilities are theoretically gone to me, unless they end up on the regular list, which sometimes they are. Look, it would be cool. I could hang out with Solo Man. I could hang out with Poke Special. I could find out how Poke Special's so good at video games. Like, if they've got some kind of secret good at video games drink down there that, like, they hoard to themselves. Thanks for the, thanks for the 46 months, by the way. Crazy. I appreciate it a ton, dude. I hope you're doing well and everything. Yeah, right? If I moved to Guam, sure, I would be in the absolute middle of nowhere in the Pacific Island. Actually, I looked it up. Guam is, like, decently close to the Philippines, is about where it is. But it's much closer to Japan, so I could go to Japan a lot. I'd feel closer to the VTubers if I were there. Yo, grats on the third Z-Night, dude. That is huge. I was only ever able to get the one drop. I was not lucky with Z-Nights. My first Z-Night was under rate, and then 2 just wouldn't come. I never minded grinding out the demonic gorillas, though. All the, like, non-drops from the demonic gorillas were still so good that it was just, like, kinda worth it. Oh, damn, I'm like unstoppable now. I have 1900 and second place is only in 1250. I think mathematically we're guaranteed to win now. I guess there's not really. I thought there was like a rival system going on, but I guess there wasn't. I guess there wasn't because the guy in second has like no points. By the way, at Spock, I'm just saying, there is an Indianapolis Center. Imagine. It's on the list. That was garbage, by the way. That was like dead last. Yeah. Oh, okay, only 4th. No. There's no way I could randomly end up in Indianapolis. I would have to choose it, which I'm not gonna do. But it's technically an option. Then we could hang out in Indianapolis. Congrats. You won the MTV challenge. Next challenge, Alaska? Okay. Congrats, you're the winner of the MTV Sports Challenge. Now prepare to drop into Border Heaven, Alaska. If you can beat our set score for this mountain, we've got a little something for you at the bottom. Nah, worst case scenario for me is that I graduate at the bottom of my class, and if you're at the bottom, you have to go. It's called Category B facilities or Priority facilities. They're interchangeable, but you get stuck at a Cat B, which right now it's Memphis, Albuquerque, or Miami. Oddly enough, somehow ended up Cat B, and those are like the facilities with the worst staffing problems because nobody wants to go to those places. And I think between those three, if I was forced to go to one of those, it would be Albuquerque. I don't want it to come to that, but if it comes to that, then I'm moving to New Mexico. Because I really, really don't want Miami or Memphis. So I'd have to look at a map of Florida. This is kind of embarrassing for me. This has always been low-key an embarrassing thing about me. But I don't really know where the cities in Florida are. My Florida geography is not good. So I don't think Miami would actually be all that close to SG. Because he's within driving distance of Orlando, which is like central Florida. And Miami's like southeast-ish, I think. But I'm not certain of that. Alright, what kind of score do I need? You need 8,000. Yeah, but I feel like everyone knows where stuff is in Florida. It's not... Miami actually doesn't pay like shit. Miami's gonna probably be upgraded to a level 12, and that'll come with a big pay bump. So Miami actually pays pretty good. But I just really don't want to move to Florida. Like, there's also a Jacksonville Center in Florida, but like, I just really don't want to move to Florida. Also, apparently Jacksonville Center is like outside the city and in the swamp. And it's a very unpleasant place. That's what everyone says about Jacksonville Center. Yep, well, that got activated really late. Yeah, then I just have to move to San Andreas, right? Except that's never happening. Also. If that had landed, that would have been good enough, probably. Yeah, Americus, I will probably play that. I mean, it's on the list, so if it gets rolled, then I will actually do it. I don't remember what compelled me to put that specifically on there. I think it's just that, like, there was no footage of it online anywhere. There's, like, 1 or 2 YouTube videos with, like, 1 minute of bad gameplay, and that's, like, it for Kelly Slater Pro Surfer GBA, so I gotta step in and be the hero on that one. Hello? I'm like literally mashing the special input. Not mashing it, but I'm like pressing it pretty clearly, and it just doesn't like to give it to you sometimes. What? Hang on, it just didn't give me any points for that. Excuse me. That looked like it landed it, in my opinion. No, this is not working. I don't know, maybe I'll just fail, and then I won't be picking to move to any of these places. Because, I don't know, I really can't tell if I'm doing well or not right now. Three more weeks, though. That's all that's left. 15 days. It's weird to... I don't know if it's gone fast or not. It kind of feels like I've been out here forever, but also it feels like it's been kind of fast. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's been 3 months. You know, maybe I talk about things too much. But I also didn't want anyone to be like, whatever happened to that guy? He just stopped streaming one day. After I'd been streaming every day for like 6 years. This is about that long. Wow, that was like the worst run ever. That was actually so bad. Who knows what's gonna happen after this with that, because like, you know, your schedule's all over the place. All of these centers are 24-hour, so they'll schedule you for midnight shifts and stuff. I think I'll never have a regular schedule ever again for my entire life. Man, the fact that you can't snowboard on rock is kind of annoying. This is like the only game that does that to you. Every other snowboard game lets you do that. 7,600. Please. Alright. There we go. 8K. Yeah, it was a routing issue. It was like a total routing issue. That was the tail of a plane. We never doubted your worthiness. From everyone here at MTV Sports, we congratulate you. Now prepare to meet a legend. Is this the end of the game? Is this the actual end of the game already? Can you do it again? Okay, it's not the end of the game. When do I get to meet the legend? What? When do I get to meet the legend? Oh. Oh, here's a new character that's like off the screen somewhere. If you scroll off the right side, you get Saring from the Himalayas. And he requires 25,000, so I guess this is like a racing game type structure where you just do it again on a harder difficulty. I'm looking this up. Does anything... Will it roll credits eventually? Let's see. Is there even a playthrough of this? There might not be a playthrough of this on YouTube. Oh wait, here we go. Long play. It's only 37 minutes though. This guy also just gets to the end of Alaska. Snowboard Kids, MTV Pure Ride. Yeah, not a lot of... I'm gonna consult GameFAQs then. MTV Sports Snowboarding. Because it might be that if we beat the game with Saring, nothing happens. Yeah. GameFAQs only lists Saring as the only unlockable. So this might just be the end of the game. I mean, we could play for like another hour or two to beat it as Saring and see if anything happens. Because it did say, can you do it again? It did say, can you do it again? We should probably do it again. Yo, what's up, Piper? I don't know that I want to do it again. Actually, I do know that I kind of don't want to do it again. But, like, there must be a different ending. It can't just say, can you do it again, right? Yo, hey, why am I here? I think we might have just beaten the game, but it's not super clear. There's very little out there online about this. But, I am playing the game again as the unlockable weird meme character. Because I think it might cause something to happen, but I don't know what. Crazy ass weird grind. It's like no points. You actually get like no points for grinds. It's not worth it. I've definitely got a better feel for things now, though. We're like, look how many points I'm getting out of this. Well, to get 25k, is that even good enough? I think that might be, like, slightly good enough. But, because, yeah, we're gonna need 25,000 points out of 4 levels, so we're gonna need, like, 6,250 out of each one. So that was slightly good enough, if I did the math correctly. Then we have to sit through the whole competition again. Great. A full playthrough of this only takes like less than an hour though, even with all the mistakes, so. Oh god, that was interesting. I like popped off it. I wonder if you were like a task or like really good at this game, if you could beat it in 3 levels instead of 4. That would be like the speed tech, right? If you could get so many points out of 3 of these levels that you just didn't even have to load into the 4th to get to the 20k you needed to qualify. Like if I got 9750 out of this, we would qualify, it looks like. This is definitely the best looking level in the game. It is pretty cool. The nighttime winter vibes. Snowboard Racer 3. Snowboard Racer 2. I did put on something called Alpine Racer 3. I think that's on there, right? I unlocked the secret. The secret to huge points. It's a weird D3 thing. Oh, I've never heard of that then. Maybe I should look into it. I mean, it is a racing game, and I'm mostly trying to avoid racing games because I think they're boring. But I can take a look for sure. Alright, well, we're finding out what happens if you qualify without ever going to level 4. Insane score off this level. Absolutely insane score. That was like 15,000 points. Yeah, 16k from that. Pretty good. Pretty good. I think I might have figured out this whole scoring thing. Yep, you have qualified for the challenge. We can now start the challenge. We're going straight there without ever going to level 4. That makes me wonder if you could, like... I mean, if you just, like, if you were a task, could you get all 20k from that level? And then you only ever have to go to that level. It's New Zealand, I think. I think that was the New Zealand level. Could you just go straight to New Zealand and ignore the entire rest of the game and just get your 20k out of New Zealand? It is Americus. I did finish the game, and then it said, prepare to meet the legend, and then it unlocked this guy as playable. But when it said, prepare to meet the legend, it also said, good job, can you do it again? So now I'm doing it again as this guy in the hopes that it'll, like, unlock something interesting. Like some kind of actual ending with credits and stuff. Because it didn't roll credits. It didn't roll credits, which makes me feel like the game might technically not be over, especially because this guy also required more points than the others to qualify, which really makes it feel like it's like a racing game structure where this is sort of like hard mode after we've finished easy mode, and then finishing on hard mode gets you credits, you know, something like that. I mean, these racers are definitely putting up more of a fight. They're trying a lot harder. I mean, I'm in last in this race right now. So this is definitely some kind of hard mode. I'm just not catching them at all. We gotta restart the set. Simple 2000 series volume 6, The Snowboard. I love the way all the Simple 2000 games are called like the something. I think that's a lot of fun. Especially because they just got increasingly weird. Like the snowboard is fine, right? That's normal. But by like Simple 2000 volume 100, it's like the giant lady who attacks a city for the PS2. That guy, like, clipped through the building. He didn't jump over it like I had to. I'm just saying. I might just have to accept not winning. Let's see. The best 3 combined times after the first 2 heats face off in the final run. Alright. Alright. I might just have to accept not winning the races, and then we just win on score in the other events. Oh, that turn is killing me. Like, look at that. We're just dead now. We're just dead now. I feel like this raises a question. If Snowboard Racer 2 was Volume 6 The Snowboarder, then what was Snowboard Racer 1? Because in Japan, that's not a sequel to anything. It's just Simple Series Volume 6 The Snowboarder. Well, what are the... Let's see. Second run. It looks like I am not in the top. Well, we might just continue anyway. I'm pretty sure I'm competing for 4th here, but... And I'm not even gonna get that. I'm gonna get, like, 5th, but I don't know. We're just gonna try that. We're just gonna try winning entirely on score. There's some racing events in this. Not too many. It's mostly score. Have I tried winning? I mean, I could sit here and grind out resets of this, and I probably would win after like 20 minutes, but I could also just not, because I've already played through this game once, and I don't wanna rush. Or I do wanna rush, rather, playing through it the second time. So we're gonna see if I can get there on score, because I know I'm pretty good at getting score. I also know that there's no rival system, so I can just, like, be kind of bad, and as long as I win other stuff, it's okay. At least it doesn't seem like there's a rival system at all. Yeah, we're getting 6th on this. Big 6th place. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that friggin' guy took my 5th place right at the end. Thanks, dude. All right, so we're getting no points out of that then. So we are 500 behind, which is pretty sketchy. I kind of do just have to win like everything from here, and there's more races too, which is concerning. There's another set of races later, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong to lose these races. They're just like faster than me. Hopefully it's okay. Oh, they just released them in the wrong order? I guess that makes... I mean, it doesn't, like, make sense, but they did... I feel like the Simple Series games that we got for PS1, we got so much later. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, I see. So Alpine... Wait, so Snowboard Racer 2 is a PS2 game. Okay, it's all coming together now, right? Because Simple 2000 is the PS2. It's that kind of situation. Well, at least I'm, like, definitely winning. At least I'm definitely winning the slopestyle bit. The snowboard, and then PS2 has also the snowboard. It's just... It's just 2 games, both called the snowboard. Really? Well, this run's gonna suck, but our first run was good enough to carry. The first one was just called Snowboarding. Is it one of those, Is it like how, I think one of the Simple Series games got released in the US as Racing, and the game is just called Racing? Is that like same publisher? That one always makes me laugh, the game that's just called Racing. Oh, what a choke. No, whatever. This is just the best of 2 runs, so it actually doesn't even matter, because our first run was so good. But there we go, we win it. Huh. Vlad. Oh my god, the Simple 2000 one has the girl from the Giant Woman game as a playable character. The Simple 2000 cinematic universe. Just trying to make absolutely sure that I win this. Like, that better be enough. I feel like that's gotta be enough. 15k, that's so much more than I did the first time. Yeah, 16,000 is like, that'll do. That'll do, I think. The best score after 3 runs wins. Dude, for run 2 and 3, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna speedrun this. We're going to the bottom of the hill. Can't beat the game called boxing. That's like it's like that famous AVGN bit about football for the Atari 2600. I see that clip a lot. This is so disrespectful to the competition, dude. Imagine if you would get, like, disqualified for doing this. If your first run was so good that on the second and third runs you can just casually walk to the bottom of the hill. You just know you've already won. I'd be pissed if I were Leaf or Vlad. Oh, really? They also made Street Skater's pretty good. Maybe I should play those snowboarding games. I think Street Skater was also a Simple Series game in Japan, though. I'm like pretty sure of that. It was probably like Simple Series Volume 5, the skateboard. Yeah, I mean, if you go back to like the early days of video games, they did just do that. Like, you know, Nintendo did that. Golf, tennis. baseball, like all the, you know, they released a number of NES sports games, like super early NES, that are all just called the name of the sport. I don't know what they were thinking back then, but they were just like, yeah, whatever, basketball. Alright, the problem is Vlad is coming in first and he's coming in second in everything. It's like there is a rival system now. We somehow need Vlad to get dumpstered here, because now we're racing again. I somehow need to actually win at racing, because we're not catching up to Vlad fast enough after getting literally 0 points out of the first event. So this might just be no good. I might have to get at least like third in the racing, you know? Just to get some points out of it so that I can win all the score stuff. The score stuff is really easy. I'm not worried about winning the score stuff every time. It's these races. So maybe I'll end up resetting the competition to try to get some points out of the first set of races. Wow, I just like bounced off that corner. That sucks. Nope, that's dead. The problem with this is to get into the top 3 race, we need 2 good runs in a row. That's the challenge here. It's going to be a bit of a consistency issue. Is that a hot take? Well, I mean, I feel like people really do hype up those, like, Game Boy Mario Tennis and stuff, where it's got, like, a story mode. I feel like people are really into those. I won. Somehow I won. By, 0.03? Is that right? Group B did awful. What's going on in Group B? This came after. Definitely after. I don't know if that for sure, actually, but I'm pretty sure all the MTV sports games are, like, pretty late PS1, like 2000, 2001. but I actually don't know that for sure. Please Google it. Whoa. That's awkward. Yep. We're clipping through that building. We're on a terrible line here. See, the first run was really good, but the second run was just, like, bad. You gotta be... Oh, only a few months. So this really couldn't have been a PS1 cash-in then, because they wouldn't have had time to make it, probably. That's just kind of the vibe of the 90s. They were all doing this. Oh, I see. I went fast because I ended up on that side of the fence? I don't know. I don't know. This run's really bad, though. That's unfortunate. Am I out of the top 3? 230, 227, 228. Yeah, I'm out of the top 3. That's a restart set, unfortunately. That first run was first run was perfect, but the second run was so ass that it just ruined it. I don't know. I've never been like a serious like Mario sports game person. Like y'all saw it during the GameCube. Mario Strikers didn't vibe with it. Mario Baseball didn't vibe with it. Mario Tennis and Mario Golf didn't vibe with them. I don't know. I just like... They're the closest things to making me care about a sports game, but you still cannot make me care about a sports game. Oh god. That was a crazy bounce. Damn, that was pretty. That was a 113, and it was still like not good enough, really. It's maybe slightly funny of me to be saying, you can't make me care about a sports game on game 18 of my challenge to play lots of sports games, while the MTV Sports logo is in the corner because I'm playing sports. But that's different. That's different. This, like, doesn't even count. Doesn't really get sportser than this, but it actually totally does. It actually gets so much more sportser than this. What is the most sportsest game? Like Madden. I could never possibly care about a game like that. I really can't. I think we just want to go straight there. I don't think we want to go this way. I think this dude made a mistake, and I just followed him as he was making his mistake, and it ruined my run. Are we top 3? Yes, we are top 3. Alright, so we can still get full points out of this. But I kind of need to just like win here. Otherwise, I think we're restarting. I think we're probably restarting the full competition, which I don't even know how to do that. There must be something in the menu. No. I know Spock and Rio have a thing. They like watched. They had a group watch thing going for a while between the two of them, I think. Maybe More Nothings was involved, where they were watching all of the, they would, like, watch all of the cutscenes from the NBA 2K games story modes. Like, where they got, like, real basketball players to do the voice acting, and they're all, like, terrible. I think there were a few years of story mode in that type of game, and the cutscenes are really entertaining. I gotta ask Spock about that. I forget if it was... I think they were watching the NBA 2K cutscenes. Alright, that's the route. There you go. 111.28. That's, like, flawless. That is such a good run. Alrighty, so... He's only up by 5... Wait. Did he get no points out of that? What happened there? Vlad got nothing. Okay, if we defeat Vlad on the big air challenge here, then we win. We just have to beat Vlad at this, and we don't actually have to restart anything. He got third? Awesome. That actually, like, saved the whole... That saved the whole run here. Thanks, Vladimir. I hope that's good enough. Please, please, please. Okay, yeah, we're in there. We're in there. Yo, what's up, VC? It's going good. It's going good. Hope you're doing well. It's highest score of the 2 runs, and that was high enough that they're not gonna catch me. That's like... For some reason, the whole just... All you really have to do is alternate square, X, circle while holding a diagonal, and you just get insane points. It's not that hard, but yeah, it's really easy to just beat the computers doing this. Like, fitting all 3 buttons in is what's getting me all those extra bonus points. No style, but style I think only comes from... I think style might only come from special tricks. Well, that's that. Defeated Vlad. Think you're ready for the ultimate ride? Your prize this time, making it through in one piece, and you need 10,000 points. Alright. We'll see if this is the ultimate ride, or if it's going to continue after this. I feel like there's going to be a third playthrough. I feel like there's going to be a round 3 of this. Only having 2 rounds would be weird. There's going to be a third. I don't know. Yeah, your prize this time, making it through in one piece, does sound like they're going to be shooting at you, chasing after you with, like, guys on chainsaws, or guys holding chainsaws on snowboards. But, it's... I don't know. That's not good. Oh, that's not good. Yep. We're like at the end of the level here. I need 1,000 points real quick. Oh, there, we got it. Okay, sick. That's 10K. We bow to you, Conqueror. You are the best of the best. You are a snowboard legend. Congrats, you beat Alaska. We'll see if we get a proper ending here. You're good. Can you do it again? God damn it. Are we getting a new character? This is like not documented online anywhere, as far as I could tell in my 2 seconds of Googling it. Like, GameFAQs only mentioned that guy. So, like, they're just making me do it as Saring again. Now the points required is 3,000. Do we keep this going? Do I really want to play that a third time? I feel like they're just baiting me. I feel like the number just goes up by 5,000 every time, and it's just gonna keep going up. $3,000. I mean, it doesn't take that long. That playthrough is only like 40 minutes. It doesn't take that long to just do it a third time. Well, it will get harder each time, but it doesn't take that long to just do it again. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're good. I think we're good, honestly. It just bothers, like, there's no, like, surely it has to roll credits eventually. But I feel like they didn't. Oh, here's our songs. Yeah, I've like never heard. These are just all the bands that are on the box art. I've never heard of like any of these people. Asian vibes? When does this play in the game? Oh, it's this song? Yeah. And that's the whole soundtrack. But yeah, I think we are gonna call it. Maybe if I beat it a third time, it would roll credits or something. There's no, like, GameFAQs doesn't mention it, and there's no video on YouTube of it, so I'll check the creative park, because yeah, you're right. I'm not sure I've ever seen that in a snowboarding game either. Sorry, you can't place this many objects in this sector. It sort of seems like... Like, the hills are just gonna be the hills, right? Or, like, the actual, like, terrain of it. Like, you see the way some of those squares were darkened and we couldn't place objects on them? It's gonna be that it's the same, like, terrain data, and we're just placing trees and things, which is still kind of interesting. Yep, there's my custom map. Incredible. Just put rocks everywhere. And then after this, there's nothing. That is kind of cool, though. Because, yeah, I've definitely never seen... Oh, yeah. I've definitely never seen any kind of park editing or mountain editing in a snowboard game before. And yeah, it does go up to like a kind of high frame rate when there's absolutely no objects. It's not that great, but it kind of does. Also, damn, this mountain is really small. That's the whole mountain. It's only going to be like 3 sections, right? Like, it's just this, then this, then, okay, it's 4 sections. Okay, it's 5 sections. Okay, it's 6 sections. It's like 8 sections. Okay, that's actually not that bad. That's not that bad, I guess. I like that we can switch between these 2 nearly identical rocks. And I guess rails take up the most space, right? So if we really want to mess around, the correct thing to do is rails. We have a lot of different options for jumps. Alright, let's check this out. I kind of just want to see, like, the wall of, like, 30 rocks in front of me. Oh, God. And then here's all the rails. And here's my rock wall. You can just kind of slip between them. It's not that hard. I like seeing all of them, though. Well, that's MTV Sports Snowboarding, I guess. Not that bad. Like, to be honest with you, of all of the MTV Sports games that I've played, I have not played Pure Ride, which is the other snowboarding game, but this is definitely more competently made than MTV Sports Skateboarding. MTV Sports Skateboarding is straight up ass. It's really bad. I don't recommend it. TJ Lavin's Ultimate BMX, I kind of had a lot of beef with some of the things in that game, like they just bugged me, but that's definitely more of an interesting game than this one, because they are going for the full Tony Hawk with that, where you gotta do objectives and stuff. And that just kind of does open up that game a bit more and make it more interesting, where like this game, like, I mean, it works, but it's a bit simple, it's a bit short. I was able to play through the whole thing twice in an hour and a half, and so it's kind of just like, like everything here works and is acceptable in its design and presentation, I guess, but it's not that exciting. You know, the scoring mechanism is kind of easy to get down. You just kind of realize, like, oh, I just do this, and then I get, like, way more points than any of the computers. Okay, great, I'll do that then. So it's just like, I don't know. It's not the world's greatest game, but it is better than, like, games that are actively awful, you know? Like, it's not like that. We've played a number of these that are just, like, actively just like I hate them, and this isn't like that, so that gives it a bit of a leg up. It's kind of almost like, you know what, here's a good comparison. If anyone remembers when we did Trickin' Snowboarder, this is very similar to Trickin' Snowboarder, where it's like a really short playthrough like that, except Trickin' Snowboarder had like the sickest presentation ever, and this game does not have that. So this is basically just like Trickin' Snowboarder, but slightly more boring, is how I would put it. That's not a really, I don't know. That comparison doesn't mean much to people, probably, but that's how it is, I think.